Imagine paying $250,000 to sit inside a small carbon fiber capsule and dive into the pitch-black ocean, not just anywhere, but nearly 13,000 feet deep, to visit the grave of the Titanic. This is not fiction. This was real. And 5 people said yes. Sunday, June 18th, 2023. 9:30 a.m. The Titan submersible begins its descent. The weather is calm. The mood on board excited, hopeful, inside the 22-foot vessel. Stockton Rush, the CEO and pilot. Hamish Harding, British billionaire explorer. Paul Henry Nargeolet, Titanic expert. Shahzada Dawood, Pakistani businessman. Sulman Dawood, his 19-year-old son. No seats, no windows, no toilet, just a video game controller used to steer. They were told it was safe, revolutionary, pushing boundaries. But 1 hour and 45 minutes in, the surface ship, Polar Prince, loses contact. No signal, no sound, just silence. At first, no panic. These things happen, they said. Glitches, delays. They're part of deep sea diving. But minutes turn to hours. And hours turn to dread. The U.S. Coast Guard is alerted. Nations mobilize. Planes scan the Atlantic. Sonar buoys are dropped. Ships race toward the site. Media erupts. Headlines flood the internet. Submersible missing. 5 lives trapped under the sea. The world watches. Breath held. But one detail sends a chill. There's only 96 hours of oxygen on board. The clock starts ticking. Families wait, pray, hope. Millions scroll, refresh, guess. Where are they? Are they alive? Is there still time? And then, a mysterious banging sound. Every 30 minutes. From the deep. Could it be them? Tapping on the hull? Trying to be found? Or is it something else? The ocean is vast, cold, silent, and merciless. Somewhere beneath it, 5 souls may still be alive, or lost forever. It's now day 2 since Titan vanished. Search teams arrive. Canadian, American, French, British. A global effort. But there's a problem. They don't know where to look. The North Atlantic is a black desert. The Titanic wreck lies 12,500 feet down, almost 2.5 miles deep. That's deeper than any military submarine can go. ROVs, remotely operated vehicles, are launched. They scan the seabed. Grid by grid, hope is shrinking. Then, another sound. Banging. Every 30 minutes. For over 4 hours. Is it them? Stuck in the dark? Still alive? Still fighting? The Navy steps in. Secret sonar data. Still, no confirmation. Journalists flood social media. Speculation explodes. Could they still be alive? Was the submersible designed poorly? Was this a disaster waiting to happen? Attention turns to Stockton Rush, the Titan's creator and pilot. A man who rejected rules. He once said, "Greater than safety is a waste of time." He mocked regulations, avoided certifications, used experimental carbon fiber. No black box, no emergency beacon, no escape hatch. Why? To be faster, cheaper, different. Some call him a pioneer, others reckless. Now 5 lives hang in the balance. Families are breaking. Friends speak to cameras. Tears, anger, hope. Meanwhile, the countdown continues. Only 40 hours of oxygen left. Then 30, then 20. Time is running out. And the ocean isn't giving up its secrets. But something stirs. One of the ROVs detects debris near the Titanic wreck. Metal fragments, pressure hull, landing frame. And then, confirmation. The Titan didn't just get lost. It imploded. Catastrophically. Instantly. There was no oxygen crisis. No slow death. No cries for help. It was over in milliseconds. It was sudden, silent, and final. The Titan didn't float. It vanished, crushed by the ocean itself. Pressure at Titanic depth? 6,000 psi? That's like having a skyscraper sitting on your chest. The sub's carbon fiber hull? Not meant for that. Not certified. Not tested under extreme stress. Experts had warned, loudly, repeatedly. But Stockton Rush didn't listen. To him, rules were shackles. At some point, safety is just a pure waste, he once said. Now, people are dead. The Coast Guard confirms. Catastrophic implosion. Everyone on board died instantly. No suffering. No panic. Just silence. And then nothing. But the questions? They've only begun. Who allowed this? Why were billionaires on board a homemade sub? Where was the oversight? OceanGate had skipped testing. They didn't have certifications, no real rescue plans. And yet, they still charged $250,000 per seat. One passenger even signed a waiver that mentioned death. 3 times on the first page. They knew the risks. They went anyway. But some risks aren't worth taking. Now the company is silent. Its website down. Its office empty. Stockton Rush dead with his dream. But the internet isn't done. Memes, mockery, dark jokes. Some called them rich thrill seekers. Others said they deserve it. But stop. These were human lives. Husbands, sons, fathers. A 19-year-old boy who didn't even want to go. He was scared. He went to please his dad. Now they're both gone. And the world? Still watching, still asking. How did no one stop this? How did no one say enough? The wreckage was found, not far from the Titanic, just a few hundred meters away. Debris scattered, a nose cone, a landing frame, pieces of dreams, now buried in silence. No bodies were recovered, only fragments and echoes. But the questions still linger. Why did no one stop them? Where was regulation? Where was reason? The ocean is not a playground. It's a graveyard, dark, cold, unforgiving. And yet, some treat it like a thrill ride, like Everest, but underwater. But this wasn't just a tragedy, it was a warning. Stockton Rush believed in pushing limits. But some limits exist for a reason. He called regulations slow, called innovators cowards. Now he's gone. So is everyone who followed him. And still, OceanGate's name is etched in history, not for success, but for what not to do. What followed was chaos, investigations, lawsuits, families demanding answers, experts demanded change. The deep-sea tourism industry, now under a spotlight, and rightly so. But nothing can bring them back. Not the 19-year-old student, not the billionaire father, not the Titanic expert, not the brave pilot, not even the man who dreamed too big. The ocean holds them now, in a tomb of steel and pressure. We often romanticize explorers, but not all frontiers are meant to be crossed. Some stories don't have heroes, just warnings. And now, the world must choose. Will we learn? Or will we dive again, chasing fame, until the sea swallows us whole? Let this be the final echo. The Titan didn't just implode, it exposed our arrogance, our recklessness, and the price of ignoring the depths. This was not just a submarine story, it was a mirror, reflecting how far we'll go before it's too late.